talk that blue. We believe in Hills hoops. How about you? PJ with that jumper, still the truth. Daht, he the 6-man coming through. Desmond been the voice, and that's the root. We believe in Hills hoops.
Welcome into a Victory Thursday here on Bleav in Hills Hoops here on Tobacco Road Sports Radio and the Bleav Podcast Networks, brought to you by the fine folks over at FanDuel. Desmond Johnson in the house, 6-man of Tar Heel basketball, Daht in the house, and former Heels Hooper PJ Hairston in the house. Your North Carolina Tar Heels last night in what I had designated a get-right game kind of got right, 91-69 over Notre Dame to go to 12-0. At home at the Smith Center, and we'll talk a little bit about the game, and we'll talk a little bit about the Smith Center on this episode today. We are live. If you have questions, if you have concerns, if you have comments, you can hit us up on Tobacco Radio on Twitter. Also our Facebook watch on Tobacco Road, and on the YouTube channel at youtube.com/@Tobacco Road Sports Radio. Just type it in the comment section. We'll see it over here in the corner, and we'll react to it in real time. Fellas, initial salvos here. How'd you feel about the game last night? I don't know who starts it off here, because I don't think either one of y'all are pleased. We won by 22, but it feels like y'all are a little agitated about it.
I do have one. I do have one good note from last night. I will say this.
Just one?
No. We won the game. The guys that played well were the guys that were supposed to play well. But Derek Dixon, welcome. And if Kai Evans is gonna play like that coming off the bench because he's mad he's not starting, let's do it.
Oh, you know what? You know, thought I had last night. Let me throw this at y'all. I want Kai Evans to be Nate Britt. That's who he needs to be for this team. Everything Nate Britt did for that team those years when he was coming off the bench, you knew who he was. He was the point guard for the second unit. He was going to give you some scoring. He was tough. He could play defense. He wasn't going to compromise you while he was out there. But he wasn't the starter. Like, you knew he wasn't the starter. He knew he wasn't the starter. But the role he played on that team, yeah, he was a pure point guard that could come in and just keep everything balanced. And without having that pressure on him, he could hit a three. He could do whatever. And look at Kai Evans last night. Didn't have any pressure on him. Came in, hit a couple threes. They were wide open. And he'd been missing those before. And I was sitting there watching the game. I was like, who does he remind me of in this role? I'm like, Nate Britt. He needs to be like Nate Britt for this to work. And I don't know, man. Hubert's still tinkering around with the lineup, too. So, your boy, Hayden Young got in.
Hats off to HD for starting the team that closed out in that Cal game, the energy that closed out that Cal game with Jaden Young, Derek Dixon, that five, you dig? And that was the five that started, Seth Trimble, and, of course, Caleb and Henry. But I like Jaden Young being introduced to the starting lineup. He brought a lot of energy, brought a lot of focus on defense. He was a little handsy out there, grabbed 4 fouls. And, you know, I'm sure that was a lot of excitement and just being out there. But I like HD rewarding the folks that put in that effort and that energy in the second half of that Cal game. And apparently it boded well for practice this week. I'm hearing they have some good practices. And, you know, like that's what a lot of people being more vocal. You know, it's interesting to me, man, that things that we celebrate or things that we applaud. Like HD is saying how there's a lot of talking going on in the huddles and how he was happy about that. HD saying before they went out to shoot around, when he gave his last words, Caleb said, "Hey, coach, can I say something?" And Caleb addresses the team. I would think it would be more of that. Like knowing the caliber of, like, I know Jaden Young. I know he's a freaking talker. To think that there's not that much talking going on in those huddles, there's not anybody holding anybody accountable. Oh, that was a bad shot. Hey, let's feed them. You could see that there was a lot more intentionality in getting the ball into Basar and getting the ball into Caleb. Like, I saw one time, Jaren Stevenson came down. He could have shot a three. He had an open look, but he didn't. He hit it with a pump fake and threw the ball into Caleb. Caleb gets double teamed, toss that whole cross court. We get a three out of it. And it's like that intentionality. It was on Front Street last night, and those were some things that I do think were better last night. But again, it was Notre Dame. I was expecting us to beat Notre Dame. The reason why you're not seeing a bunch of excitement from me and Peach is because this is a lose-lose situation for the boys, if I'm being completely honest. If they lose this game, it's like, whoa. And if they win this game, it's like, all right, this is what we expected to see against Cal. This is what we expected to see against Stanford. So let's bring it against Virginia.
See, I'm the opposite of that because, like you just said, I expected to beat Stanford and Cal. So I didn't have no expectation going into this game. I didn't know what team was going to show up. So the fact that they actually came out of the locker room, it was almost like a reset. It looked like, because the thing I forgot, and I think this is the thing we forgot here too. This is a good defensive team. Like, I'm not going to forget the first 13 games they played where they were only allowing like 33% from the floor, and they played teams in that stretch. They played Kansas, they played Kentucky, they played Ohio State. Like, it wasn't just scrubs. So I'm sitting there like, over a period of 3 out of the last 4 games, not counting last night, it felt like we forgot how good they can be and just focused on how bad they were. And last night I was like, you know what? This is actually a good team. But again, they are so young. Like, this is a very young. You had 2 freshmen starting last night. And again, they've only played 18 games together as a unit. So we kind of forget that. And the announcer said it last night. There's not really a lot of upperclassmen leadership on this team that's been here other than Seth. And that's really it. Like, there's not really anybody else. So you're really dependent on the more talented players like Caleb to kind of help lead. But that's kind of unfair because he's 18 years old. He's a freshman. Like, I mean, you're throwing up for Carolina, like to lead Carolina. So you're throwing out on him. You're having problems at the guard positions. I do like the fact, and this is why I will say Hubert Davis should not be on a hot seat because Hubert is trying. Like, Hubert is not one of those guys where he's just stuck in his ways, being stubborn. This is my starting 5. This is my philosophy. This is what I'm going to do. Just in the course of 2 weeks, we've watched this man throw out a 2-3 zone. We've watched him start multiple people we never thought were going to start. Last night, Jaden Young got the start. I was shocked. I was like, yo, I think Hubert Davis is watching this podcast because every time he actually pulls it out. And I'm like, where is this coming from? So Jaden Young starts. He goes with the kind of a smaller lineup, 3 guards.
I was about to say that. I think that was PJ last week that was talking about going with Caleb at the 5 and 4 guards out there. He damn sure pulled that out his bag.
Pulled that out. Yeah. I mean, I'm just sitting there watching it like, damn, okay, well, maybe we know what we're talking about because some of the stuff he's trying to do. I'm like, whoa.
I might know a little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
I mean, you might have played in the NBA. You might have played might have went first round. You might have got drafted first round.
I'm just saying. So I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, damn. So some of the stuff he's actually trying to do, and some of it's working. Like Notre Dame, they harped on it at halftime. Notre Dame shoot 50% from the field. They shot 6 from 12. Like, I understand they shot 50%, but Carolina did a good job of the 2-point field goals containing it. It's 2026. Teams are going to shoot threes. Like, you can't just make a team 0 for whatever. They're going to hit threes. But if you can minimize it, and they did very well in the interior last night on defense. Like, they were putting Notre Dame on lock, and it just got to a point where they did that Carolina thing. They came out at halftime, and it snowballed, and from that point, it just ballooned out, and I felt comfortable from that point on. So I can't say I'm disappointed. It was a 22-point win at home. They're 12-0 at home. Like, I'm trying to keep in perspective for like the whole year because I know they got to go up into Virginia Saturday. I don't want to go into it with good vibes thinking they shouldn't get shell shocked going to Virginia. Like, they should get back. They got back on track, in my opinion, last night. And I feel like y'all ain't feeling me because I see y'all's faces, so it's okay.
I mean, like, listen. Last episode we basically said
they got shell shocked in California.
Yes, but you mentioned why though. Remember, you was like, they're in Cali. They probably let the guard down, and yeah,
I get that. A lot of them dudes on this team, and I'm not saying this. And I'm not saying this going in with bad vibes. I want us to go in and dominate and bust UVA tail. I want that to happen.
I don't think that's going to happen.
But a lot of these guys on this team, like you said, they haven't played together long. None of them have played at UVA before.
Yeah, and it is a tough place to play. Now, well, again, we've never played Ryan Odom's Virginia Cavaliers before, though.
It's NC State, Duke, then UVA.
Oh yeah,
really?
That's how you rank them for away games.
I ain't gonna cap though. Like, I've been to Virginia Tech, and
as
I've
far
been
as
to
fans,
B-Tech and Clemson is 2 dangerous ones too.
See,
B-Tech, the way they sit,
but
B-Tech, they sit up on top
B-Tech
of you.
and Clemson are so similar, yeah.
Bro,
it's like a dome. They sit like this.
I've been to Clemson before. Yeah, I've seen that.
So as soon as Clemson or V-Tech got some momentum, bro,
they on top of you, dog.
it get loud. So
now,
that's why
again, this ain't the same Virginia team we've seen with Tony Bennett score 50 points. You score 35. Like, it ain't going to be that kind of game. They score 85. I had David Glenn on my terrestrial radio show on Tuesday, and he was talking, and I asked him, who's the second best team in the ACC? And he was like, Virginia. Like, they've literally went and got 23-year-old pros from Europe and brought them over. And they're like really
And
good.
that's going to be Henry Vassar's matchup. Or if they trust him enough, they're probably going to start him on Caleb.
Yeah, man. Again, I can't say enough good things about Henry Vassar. Henry Vassar is like, I think Henry Vassar is middle of the first round right now. Like the way he's playing, I could easily see him the 14th, 15th pick.
We'll find out Saturday against a pro.
He doesn't back down.
That was the thing about this game against Notre Dame that we spoke about on the last podcast. Like this game was, they needed to know what it felt like to win again before going to play a Virginia team. They could not be in a losing to Stanford, losing to Cal, losing at home to Notre Dame, and then going and thinking you're going to optimistically get a win in Virginia.
Oh, this is a whole different tone of a podcast.
Yeah, it don't happen like that. Now, they won last night because of the comfortability of being at the crib. Like they had the Smithson, they know those rims, they know those fans. It was a hero's welcome. Like, you know, like once the people got through the traffic and were able to actually fill up the Dean Dome, you got your home crowd advantage. It's not going to be anything close to that at Virginia. They're going to smell blood in the water. The same way you say they're the second best team in the ACC, they know they're the second best team in the ACC, and they know what our detriment is. Like, again, last night, I still saw glimpses of lapsing on defense and three-point attempts that were, and I'm like, and just by God's grace, they weren't going in. They weren't as hot as SMU or Stanford or Cal, but the shots were still available. Virginia makes those shots, and then they come down and clamp on defense. If we have those same lapses on Saturday that we even had last night, it could get ugly in Charlottesville.
Can I say one thing? I'm gonna say this every episode. We scored 91 points last night. Y'all realize how many threes we missed?
Wide open threes.
Y'all realize how many free throws we missed?
Man, that was
what I'm going to say.
I'm going to
say had a better night from the free throw line than we normally do. We shot 70%, but we were 16 for 23. Caleb Wilson.
We scored 91 points, missed 7 free throws, and probably missed 6 or 7 wide open threes. That's 130 points.
We were 13 for 34 from 3-point range, 38%.
And that's not even, it was not bad at all. But think about it. If we
like
go
8 different people hit a three.
Yeah, nobody really shot well, except for Luke. Well, no, Lucas shot 1 of 6 from 3-point range. Jaron Stevenson hit both of his. Jonathan Powell was 3 for 5.
Imagine if Luka hits 3 or 4 of those. Yeah, 3 or 4 of those. Yeah. That's 12 more points.
They're a streaky shooting team, but when Hubert hits the right combinations, then it's like, oh, okay, this unit that he's got here right now with the 8-minute mark in the first half or whatever, they play well together, like that kind of thing. I think you might have stumbled on something with putting Young into the starting lineup, because now you're not dependent on just Seth to be the defensive perimeter guy, because Jaden can do that too. And I
did not realize how well of a defender he was either.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I was going to
Jaden Young is the real deal. And the reality is he got a clip. Like we ain't even seen the clip yet. Like for real. Like he might have missed all his threes last night. But when I tell you, J.D. Young has a clip, though. Oh, he hit one of them? J.D. Young got a clip. And once that hole start falling, in addition to the defense, he's not going to come out that starting lineup.
And now, again, we shot 51% from the floor. The thing, I was looking at the defensive stuff. And for Notre Dame, they held Notre Dame to 36% from the field, which is great. They held them to 32% from 3-point range. They only hit 8 threes, 8 for 25. So they let off about 25 threes, and that maybe that's normal. Like, I mean,
but that's the thing. If a team is comfortable just shooting that many threes, it says something. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, even if they went 8 for 40,
second half, a lot of that came in the second half when they had emptied the benches, and it got real sloppy, and they were just throwing the ball,
firing them things. Yeah.
Hold on, I want to get some clarity from what PJ just said. You said if they're comfortable shooting that many threes, then what?
Like for real, like they said, how many threes did they say Wake Forest shot the other night? Or who was it? No, when we played Florida State, they said they shot like 12 for 40 or something like that, right?
Yeah, I had it written down on Google Doc. Yeah, it was like 40 attempts.
They're on the road playing at the Dean Dome. Why are they even comfortable enough to shoot 43? That's what I'm saying. If we play the defense we're supposed to play, dudes won't even get these shots off. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's defending the 3, not contesting the 3. Defending the 3 is trying to stop it at your best ability.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So nobody's telling you go out there and block their jump shot, But if you stop them from even getting it off, that takes away a whole field goal attempt.
They do seem late on their sometimes. Now, yesterday a little bit more crispy, but the past couple of games they were a little late on rotations, and it was keeping people like that third pass or whatever. That person's wide open. Ain't no one within 5 feet of that person, and they throw a 3 up. But Notre Dame isn't very good compared to the teams that we played before. Because Stanford, SMU, Cal.
They beat Stanford.
Notre Dame beat Stanford.
At Stanford.
At Stanford. So be clear. Like again.
If they wanted to hit the switch, they could have, basically.
Who, Notre Dame?
You never know on a hot night.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's why I do applaud the defense that we did play last night.
For sure.
Because, again, this Notre Dame team did beat Stanford on the road. However, Notre Dame was missing a lot of shots, man. Not that they were contested, not that the defense – I'm talking about, like, just wide open shots that they missed a couple of. If they hit those shots, it's a different ball game. I'm still not 100%. Our defense is not out of the woods. Is my best way of saying that.
Because we were up 18-20, like a good duration, and Notre Dame was missing 2 to 3 wide open threes, and those threes might not have got them the lead, but those threes are called momentum shifters.
Absolutely,
right? And that's the stuff Cal Stanford.
If you're up 20, we come down, hit 3 threes in a row. Now we're down 11.
See, and I almost
somebody called a timeout.
Yeah. And once you get the other team to call a timeout, that was just literally giving you belt the whole game. You got them.
Now, I will say this, because, again, we came in on Sunday when we did our episode. I mean, it was Hubert Davis's seat was on fire. Like, people were like, fire. And that happens every year. Hubert, Roy, whoever, fire the coach. It's his fault. He's not playing defense. Yeah, it's like Hubert's not the problem here. Like, Hubert is the one that put the team together. Like, we were just raving about the roster creation 2 weeks ago, how it all fit, and he brought in a bunch of shooters and got a 5-star in Caleb Wilson and Henry Vassar's development. Him building with C. This dude was averaging 4.5 points a game in Arizona, and how somehow he saw what we see now to bring him over, where he's going to turn this dude into a first-round draft pick. Like seriously, like, he's going to turn this dude into a first-round draft pick. And every year they get around this part of the schedule mid-January, and they have a little drop. Like, they lose a couple of games they ain't supposed to. Something goes wrong. And we start having these conversations, and usually they kind of turn it around in February. Like, they get some wins we didn't expect them to get. They might beat Duke or something crazy. They might beat Virginia on Saturday. Like, I feel better going into that game Saturday than I did waking up yesterday, and not knowing how it was going to look. Now that I know, okay, that's who your starters are going to be. I like Jaren Stevenson coming off the bench. I like Luka coming off the bench in this role. I really like Kyan Evans coming off the bench, because now your second unit, now you're not losing a whole lot in the second unit in terms of like size and shooting, ball handling. You're almost duplicating what you had out there with the first unit. You're just taking Caleb off the floor, and you're taking probably keeping Vassar out there. I noticed Zayden High was the first big off the bench, where instead of Jaren, like, he went to Zayden first. I assume that's for defense. Like, I assume, like, I was kind of baffled. I was like, Zayden High is like the first guy off the bench here. Like, is he sending a message? Or because Roy would just take the whole 5 out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all were playing bad, he'd make all 5 of y'all sit down and bring in.
There was one time when HD did that last night, man. He saw 4 cats at once. I said,
get out of here. Like,
I said, yo.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be doing.
but the 4 that he subbed, though, when they got to the bench, they were exhausted. I'm talking about they were daggone drinking water. And I'm like, yo, it's some effort and some energy being put out on this floor tonight. And it showed. And I have no clue what the hell just happened to Desmond, but he just disappeared on us. But I would also like to say this, though, to that point. He's talking about HD being on the hot seat, et cetera, et cetera. And last episode, I said the only people that can change that narrative are the guys in those jerseys. If they come out and they play hard, then that dismisses that whole narrative of HD don't have them prepared. HD ain't teaching this. And it was dope to hear Caleb Wilson in the post-game presser last night pretty much say that. Like, he just pretty much came out and said, like, I'm sick of the fans that's talking about HD and it's his fault. HD, same thing you said, PJ. HD doesn't play. HD is not out there on the court. by him not being out there on the court. The guys out there on the court are the guys who have to be held responsible. And for Caleb Wilson to come out and be like, yo, like, we're the ones out there playing. We're the ones, like, it's not Coach HD is putting us in the position. We just got to do our job. Like, that just, again, is just a testament to what I said last week. The players are going to have, if the players don't want HD to get fired, they better come out and they need to play with some fire. Because if they don't, then the narrative is going to be your coach is not getting you prepared. Last night, they looked prepared.
And then with that, Dad, you said that second group. What'd you say? Kyan, Luka, Jaren Stevenson, Zayden High, and
Jonathan Powell, like that group when they come in.
That scares me. And I'm going to tell you why. That's a five that's one, they've never played together at North Carolina. And also that five has a problem with confidence. Like that five you called out, or the five we've been talking about all year that we need to step up.
Yeah.
Kyan, he stepped up last night. Luka, he played a little better last night, could have shot it better. Jaren played better last night. I'm not worried about Jonathan Powell. For some reason, I'm never really worried about him.
Nah, I ain't worried about him
because I don't, but and then
he got one of them games you just gotta trust. Like,
right.
Like he gonna hit you with a step back three. He gonna, but he got some of that mellow ball game. Like just real
it's just
YMCA, real pickup basketball. But I love his size.
Like it, and this may sound crazy, but with those groups, I think you have to keep like a Seth or a Caleb in the mix, because you need somebody that can calm it down when it gets, if it starts getting out of hand.
You do need, and I said it before, Vassar, I think, is the key more than Caleb is, in terms of you got to have either him on the floor or you need a lead or something when you take him off the floor, because everything kind of needs to run through him. And last night, it's like they forgot in the first half, and the second half, it was a concentrated effort to get it to Henry because they weren't really getting it to him. What you just said about being worried about that second group, this is why I'm not worried about them, because when they come in, if that first group has done their job, they're coming in with a lead. So if they're coming in with a lead, they don't have to think so hard. They can just play. And that's what happened like Kyan last night. When he came in, they're up 12, 15 points. So he ain't got to really worry about pushing, like, or taking a bad shot or whatever. He just let the game come naturally to him. Jaren Stevenson, it looked like somebody sat him down and talked to him. It was like, look, bro, you 6'10". Like, you were starting for Carolina. Wasn't Jaren Stevenson the North Carolina basketball player of the year coming out of high school?
Mm-hmm.
What was that, 2 years ago?
Damn.
I think so.
He was the Gatorade player of the year?
Yeah.
Wow.
He played at Chapel Hill?
Mm-hmm. He's from Chapel Hill.
That's what I thought, yeah. And then he went to Alabama. He was there for like 2 years? So he was like a junior?
But Des, let me ask you this though. Like, I get what you're saying, like they're coming in comfortable, 10, 12 point lead. We're on the road to UVA. Let's just say that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Then what?
I mean, that's a problem. That's their situation.
So you see what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like,
I mean, what's he supposed to do? Like,
it'll work against Notre Dame. I just feel like all times you got to keep Seth, Caleb, or Henry on the floor.
Now, I will say against like the Virginians and Dukes,
you can't. There should be no point.
There
should be no point that they're all on the bench unless we're up 40.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and I will say this too. Like, I don't think they would play as long against Virginia and Duke. I think Hubert would limit minutes more to that starting five and whittle it down to like a hard 8, like against Duke and like Virginia. I don't expect to see 10 dudes run. Like, I don't expect to see Zayden High. I don't expect to see guys towards the back end of the rotation. You pretty much that starting five plus Powell, Evans, Stevenson. Who am I forgetting? That's 8 right there. I'm forgetting.
But still, at the end of the day, you see how he just called his name. You still got to be ready, no matter what.
Right, and out of that group, Luka feels like the one out of that group that can come in off the bench and just start cooking. But he could also come in and shoot 5 threes in this.
I'm ready for him to give us one of them 7-8 3-point games. I need one of those because I know it's coming.
Let it be Duke.
I'm about to say, it might be Virginia this weekend, man.
That's what I'm saying. I know it's coming. Somebody's gonna get real hot one of these games, like a Kyan Evans, Luka, Jaden Young, JP. One of them shooters gonna get real hot. Hopefully, all of them get
right. We're gonna need all of them hot against Duke. I ain't gonna cap. We're gonna need 2 players outside of Henry Vassar and not named Caleb Wilson to give us buckets this Saturday.
Put it like this. We need to hit 15 plus threes every game.
I think we can do that.
And it's not hard with
We
what
got to
we
shoot
have.
35 of them, but I think we can do that. I mean,
but what'd you say? That's the norm.
Yeah, I mean, in today's basketball world,
norm.
I mean, we shot how many? We shot 23 of them last. No, I'm sorry, 34. We shot 34 threes last night. Hit 13 of them.
And I mean, look, what I say, 15, and we won by what 22.
Yep. And
we made 15. That's 6 more points. We make 5 more free throws. That's 11.
I'm more concerned about the free throws than the 3-point shooting. I feel like the 3-point shooting will come. The free throws are alarming to me because the people that are missing them are at the line the most.
And not just when they're missing, and not just that they're missing them, but they're missing the front ends of 1-and-1s, man. Like those are so dangerous.
They hurt.
Like they're missing 3-point and like Henry Vassar get a crazy layup and get fouled and go miss the free throw. Like you need that and one. Like we missed the dumbest free throws. Caleb did better last night, but Vassar and Caleb and Seth have to be better from the free throw line because, as PJ's been saying all season, those are going to be the 3 guys that have the ball in their hand in the final minutes, crunch time. You dig what I'm saying?
But now Derek Dixon is added to that final minute conversation too.
Yeah.
Yo, I saw Derek Dixon standing beside Jaren Stevenson last night.
Bro, he's
Derek
6'6".
Dixon is tall as hell.
He's like 6'5", 6'6", bro.
Really? I thought he was more 6'3", 6'4".
He literally reminds me of a right-handed Kendall Marshall.
Bro, he's like 6'5",
with a jump
6'6".
shot. He's a right-handed Kendall Marshall with a jump shot. Kendall just passed it a little bit better, but I feel like he can get there, bro.
And he ain't from DC. Ain't he one of them DC dudes?
I think so.
I think he is. Yeah.
I think Derek Dixon from DC. Don't quote me on that, but
bro, he's not a little dude, bro.
No, I seen him walking beside Jaren Stevenson. I was like, "What the hell?"
Jaren Stevenson
was like
6'11".
Simon size or something. This dude is huge, man.
See, that helps on the perimeter. Like, so if you got Dixon out there now, and how tall is Jaden Young? Like 6'4", 6'5"?
Yeah, about 6'4",
similar. Yeah, similar. So you got him out there now, and then Seth was supposed to be your defensive stopper to begin with. So you got those 3 like around.
And
the
it's
perimeter.
crazy
you got
because
the best front court in the game in the paint. Like, because I mean, is there a better front court duo than Caleb Wilson and Henry Vassar in college basketball right now? Because I can't think of one.
You want me to answer this like a fan would answer, or you want me to answer like it's us talking? I'm gonna say no.
It's just us. Who you think it is?
I'm just not gonna say them.
Oh,
I need them to keep playing like they're. Yeah, I needed to just.
When the announcer starts saying it in January, like this is the best front court duo, not in AC, but in all the country or whatever. I'm like,
and look,
they're averaging like 50 a game between
as soon as we get in the conference, we lose 3 in a row. No.
I'm telling you, as soon as we start talking about Caleb being the number 1 overall pick and all this foolishness, we get built by everybody.
No, we need to stop doing that.
Telling y'all that is Caleb is like the 5th best freshman in the country, 5th best, 5th. Let's keep him humble, guys.
Right, and I want him to hear us say it.
Yes.
So he can be like, "Oh, that's what they think," and go out and get 30 and 20.
Yes. Reverse psychology, man. Reverse psychology.
Yeah. So Carolina runs away from Notre Dame last night. There's not a whole lot we need to stay on with this one other than keep it up, boys. 91-69. Your leading scorer, Caleb Wilson. Caleb Wilson's about to obliterate all the freshman records at North Carolina. I think he only needs like 3 more games of 20 to break Tyler Hansbrough's record. I think he's going to break Antoine Jameson's rebound record too. So
yeah, they said that last night. Yeah.
Not bad for the 5th best freshman in the country, man. Not bad at all.
I just saw they're projecting him to be second team All-American. They got AJ Devonsa and Cam Boozer as the 2 freshmen on the first team.
I don't see Caleb Wilson as an All-American. Misses too many free throws, too many lapses at the free throw line.
Stop it. It's an open mailbag, and then we'll get to our discussion regarding the Smith Center and some news that Roy Williams made a video, Tyler Hansbrough made a video. We'll get to that and our opinions on it from
they brought all of the big guns in for this fool.
And T Hands made some solid points.
I'm with him.
The same thing I basically was saying. It's too much history, bro.
It's too much history. It's like saying we're gonna tear down Rupp. You know what I mean? Like it's just like we'll get to it. I want to hit some of these comments first. Shout out to Liz Richardson, who's been with us She's been rocking with us past couple episodes live. Good morning. It was an okay win. I just don't like the lack of energy from the bench. Some people didn't stand when we scored. I noticed one didn't clap till the camera got on them. If they all get on the same page, we'll be great. I've seen a little disconnect here and there. I didn't see it as much last night. I felt like it was a more concentrated effort to be connected last night. Hand clapping, pointing, the assist guy, that kind of stuff. They were doing a lot of that more last night. So it felt like they got a good week of practice in. Chris Botgun Minor says, is you guys' opinion, does this team like normal gel at the right time? I hope so. I just mentioned earlier in the pod, I think that last night might have been the sign that they're going back the other direction, because Hubert's teams do this like every year. Like in midseason, they kind of have a little slump, and then they pick it back up again.
It's time for us to run off some big wins here.
Yeah, and Virginia would be a huge win.
A huge quad one win.
Quad
we
one.
Need this win.
Liz says we can't have stretches of sloppy play. Chris points out the free throw should have been up by 30 at one point. Stephon Dixon mentions, I noticed our prime break was slow, especially on fast break. We tend to go into secondary break a lot. I think a lot of that has to do with Dixon not being a very fast point guard.
It happens a lot when he's in the game. Because he slows the pace.
He tries.
He's more of a half court offense point guard.
Yeah,
where he can slow it down and just stop. All right, now let's run this.
That's why I was comparing to Marcus Page. Because Page was kind of like that, where you're used to seeing. And the thing was with Page, we had just finished seeing Joel Berry, and then we had just finished seeing before him. Who was point guard before Joel? This similar type fast. Oh my God, my mind just went
for who?
For us, who was the point guard for us before Joel?
It was Marcus. That was
Marcus, and for him was Kendall.
Oh wait, I had a reverse. That's what it was. Yeah. So I had a reverse. I'm sorry. I had a reverse. And that's three different types of point guards: Kendall, Joel, Marcus. And Derek's kind of a mix of all of them in some aspects, but he's not that fast. Ty Lawson run 94 feet, lay it up before the other team's even back on defense type of.
Hey, you want to know who is fast like that? And his name got dropped over here in the comments a second ago. Isaiah Dennis, man.
Dude, why is he not playing?
I don't know.
See, and I was starting to think it was because maybe he wasn't healthy still, but
nah, he healthy. When he get out there, that boy goes straight to the rack every time.
Yeah,
like he's the most downhill point guard that we got.
And I don't even want and he's one of those players. Like I know he's good, and I know for a fact he's gonna hit that portal if he don't play sometime soon.
Oh, 100%.
Like that's the thing. Like now, like when I was playing, nobody's just gonna hit the portal because it's not getting playing time.
Yeah. Well, you had to sit.
You had to sit.
When you were playing, you had to sit a year.
Right. So now it's just like, bet I ain't getting no playing time. Cool. I'm gonna sit over here and make this money as soon as the season over.
Yeah. I mean, there's no loyalty anymore. Like, because these kids ain't staying long enough to build a loyalty, really. And
but I'm gonna tell you what's not fair about that. Kids want to be loyal. Like Jaden Young wanted to be a Tar Heel. Wanted to be a Tar Heel very, 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 very bad.
I would imagine Stevenson too, growing up in Chapel Hill.
Did.
Yeah.
But again, when you're talking NIL money, and for Jaden, it wasn't even an NIL situation as much as it was he wasn't even recruited. You know what I'm saying? So he got recruited by VTech, went there. Then he jumped in the portal, got an NIL bag, and now he's here. Same with Jaren. And Liz said this in the comments over there. I absolutely love Liz's commentary. But Liz said we need that Jaren Stevenson that bust our ass in the tournament. Yeah. Where's that Jaren Stevenson? Jaren Stevenson that bust our ass. What happens when he puts on a jersey for us?
I was going to ask about
that was supposed to be
like 6 threes on his
ass. That was supposed to be the trip back. That was supposed to be the team that was taking us back with Harrison, Ingram, and all of them.
That one seed. The team we got.
That was supposed to be the team that was taking us back.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, was that Jaren Stevenson that did that to us in that tournament game? He had 6 threes on his.
I'm talking about the dazzled belt to us.
But see, we haven't seen that all year here.
Looking like a deer in headlights. What the hell is that?
He's too tall to be playing like this.
What the hell is that?
He's too tall to be playing like that. Now, he played a little better last night coming off the bench. It felt like he had some steam coming off his head, like someone had told him, like, you need to do this. You're not going to start. I mean, you got your starting job taken away from you at Carolina in January, and you know why. You're not playing defense. Dudes are slipping on you, behind you for layups. You're getting people jacking 20-foot threes in your face, and you ain't putting up a hand. Like, just stuff like that.
And that's the other thing. We got this huge front line, but can't defend the three. It doesn't make sense.
I can't figure it out either. I can't. Now, is Virginia good shooting threes?
Yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I was watching them play NC State. It was some curly head kid. He was like number 5. He hit like 7 threes that game. And then the next game I had seen them play, the point guard, which is a left-handed, he hit like 6 or 7 threes. So it's like 2 or 3 guys on their team that could go off for 6 to 7 threes.
The forward, how you say his first name? Theus the Ritter? The dude from
That's
Europe?
the one. Yeah, that's the one. He's good.
Yeah, averaging 16 points a game. Another guy that DG brought to my attention, Johan Grunlow, the center. He's averaging 7 rebounds a game.
That's the 7-footer.
Yeah, that's the guy that's gonna be up with Vassar probably. I'm trying to see what their 3-point percentage is because
go just if you can just find like the last like 3 games.
Well, actually for the season they're shooting 37% for 3 as a team.
But when we walk in the door, that'll boost up 6%.
Yeah.
If we don't come in the right way.
So I mean, it's a tough task. Virginia's ranked top 25, I think top 20, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't looked to see where they are this week, but some more for the mailbag, and then we'll get to the discussion on the Smith Center before we get y'all out of here. Notre Dame was fatigued from Liz. NC Rattler 919 says there's not as much pressure on Kine coming off the bench. He can focus on doing what he does best, which is
exactly
shoot. Yeah, that's what I was, because he was just a spot up shooter last night, and that he looked more comfortable instead of being a playmaker. So maybe he knows what he's doing.
And what did I say? You got to be either one. So if you're gonna come off the bench and be the shooter, come off the bench and be the shooter.
And be it. Yeah, just the roles are being defined. That's basically what it feels like now. Like Hubert's playing with it before he gets to the second half of the ACC season, and I think he's kind of stumbling on something. I'm not gonna lie, Jaren, Luka, and Kine scary when they're on the floor together.
I'm not the only one.
You don't know what you're gonna get, man. Luka's the wild card in all this, like, because Luka's 6'6".
I told y'all. Because Luka and Kine can easily hit 3 to 4 threes a piece
if they can just be you roll around, just spot.
But then again,
but then 4 to 5 threes a piece.
And then Luka and Jaren could get in foul trouble. Like, it's just because Luka, if he gets beat, he's going to foul you.
This Stephon Dixon says, I wish HD would give Isaiah Dennis more minutes. He great for us when we need a guard to drive to the basket. Is he a slasher type? Is that how he is? Like,
he's athletic. He played football.
And he's downhill as hell.
He played
we don't
football
have anybody
except right?
maybe Powell and Young, really, that kind of do that. Tribble, Seth does that, but nobody else. All the other wings are spot up shooters. Really.
He should be the one coming out the bench for Steph. He should be the next defender and slasher we have for real.
Is Seth in his own head right now?
I hope not, because we might be responsible for that. I hope he is, because if he is, it might be our fault. We might have did that. So if that happens, so I hope that's not the case. I hope we didn't
this guy
senior season. When they do the documentary on this team, he gonna be like, man,
because I could have sworn that bet with the shaking hand emoji meant he was about to turn.
I did too. I was coming down trying to dribble through 3 defenders and turning the ball over in the paint. I'm like, what are we doing?
Stop it, Seth. Stop it. He's pushing a little bit, but
okay. So is it okay? Can I ask this? Like, do you guys think it's somebody's in his ear about the draft or being picked up?
I hadn't even thought about Seth in the draft, to be honest.
Yeah, but you got to think he's a 6'3" point guard.
Right.
He can go play point guard at the next level if he does it the right way. There's a point guard that played in college that played kind of just like him and is now about to be a Hall of Famer.
Who?
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook ain't 6'3".
No, Russell
Westbrook is 6'4". He's basically damn near the same height. Yeah.
Wait, hold on, man. I don't think that's
he's
right.
only 6'3".
Russell Westbrook like 6'6", bro.
That's what I thought.
He's not. He's 6'3", 6'4". They're like the same size. I promise.
He's 6'4".
I promise.
6'4", 200 pounds.
Slash in college, Russell was the defender. He was the slasher, and he got everybody the ball. He played with Kevin Love, so his job was fairly easy.
That was a good UCLA team too.
You get what I'm saying? Like, he might not be a lottery pick or like a first or second. He'll get picked up, and I feel like Seth could be a steal somewhere. if he could commit to being a lockdown defender, being a 3-and-D guy, and being a point guard,
Is RJ Davis still
that's
with the Lakers?
RJ Davis is hooping.
Is he's still with the Lakers?
He's averaging like 28 in the G League. He's like the top scorer in the G League right now.
Okay, because I saw that they picked him
And
out.
Caleb Love is balling his ass off in Portland.
He's in Portland.
And I said for years, people hate the way Caleb Love plays because he doesn't play like a college athlete.
Nah, it was a straight pro game. He was playing at Carolina, like
He
had ISOs and stuff.
Look at all the space he got, and look at all the scoring he's doing.
Yeah. Now he's been a pro since high school, no cap.
And y'all Carolina fans ran him out of here. Y'all ran him out of here. So y'all
Carolina
shame.
fans
Definitely ran Caleb
I
Love
did.
over a rumor.
Chris was saying, yeah, right. Yeah. Daht, my question from Twitter was, do you think in late February does the team gel like normal?
I feel like we should be clicking around there.
In the words of the great Kodak Black, I hope so.
For real, like
I hope so.
If not, then we have a whole other situation
If
going
not,
on.
we
We went the
cook.
other way. Yeah.
We cook.
Jaron needs to spend the offseason with Sheed and Jonas from NC Rattler 919.
Mm.
Like I said, Jaron is a
I
junior.
like that.
He should be back next year. When them runs happen in the summer, be there. Be there to talk to all these dudes. And
I ain't even trying to toot no horns, but I'm trying to get back in shape by then so I can go back out there and,
Hey.
You should, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna cap. Them summer runs be so dope, man. Like being able to experience them for the 3 years that I was
people
over there.
don't even realize like
Because when I tell you, like, cats take that joint serious.
Mm-hmm.
what
Like
and
the
then
old
and then,
heads
and then
take
we
that
all
joint
and then
serious.
we all go eat dinner together.
Yeah, I never got invited to the dinner afterwards. hey, it was a line that I couldn't cross. I knew that. But I'm telling you, man, like the old heads, they take it serious because they like, we're not gonna lose to y'all. And then and what happens is
We ain't backing down.
it's usually 2 weeks of it. So like the first week, like
It's
the
normally
players,
during basketball camps, right? During the basketball camp.
yeah. And like the Carolina teams, like from my experience, the first week the Carolina team be like, man, the old heads, they taking this too serious. We ain't like, it ain't even that. But after they get their head stomped, that next week they play a lot more serious. It's like, nah, like this is more than just a little pickup game. Because I remember seeing Caleb and them play, and like I remember Kenny Williams went and dove for a loose ball or something, and Caleb was like, what are you like, bro? Like it's like he didn't say it, but you could see in his energy. It was like, bro, what are you doing? It ain't that
Man,
serious.
being in that,
exposed
you gonna play like you play for Carolina. No
Bro,
matter
Kenny and them whooped him by like 20, 30 points, bro. When I tell you HD blanked on them, like it was so embarrassing that like next time they played, it was a totally different game. Caleb and them still lost, but you could tell they was trying to win that game, dog.
You know something I didn't realize until they said on the TV the other night? Can you name the last NBA All-Star that was drafted from North Carolina?
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter. That was 1998 when he got drafted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was sitting there like, is that right? That can't be right. And I was like, I guess
right.
it is.
I was a G League All-Star. I don't know if that counts.
It doesn't.
No, I don't think that. I don't know if that.
I'm gonna let you know right now it doesn't. I mean, I respect it because I think it's in the G League All-Star, but in the conversation we're having, it don't mean nothing.
But it's crazy because it's like Carolina has not been bad during that stretch. Like we've won like 3 national championships during that stretch, and Final Fours, ACC titles. Dudes have been drafted, but like nobody,
No Justin Jackson, no Cam,
nobody.
Cam Johnson. It's very strange. But
I'm surprised.
But to your point earlier, well, in previous podcasts, it's because of the Carolina way.
Yeah.
Every 4 years, Roy Williams had a chance at a natty. And it's because we would get those guys and develop them, and by their senior year, they're competing for a national championship.
And we have 5 stars that stayed. Like that was the thing. They like Justin Jackson could have left sophomore year probably, and
the guys that are in the NBA that went to Carolina are glue guys you can keep on your team for a long time. Like a Harrison Barnes. Like he's gonna forever keep a job just because of how he transitioned his game.
Harrison Barnes was the number 1 player in the country when he got to Carolina. Like you would think that he would have made an All-Star game, but yeah.
And now look, Caleb Love is making a name for himself in Portland.
Maybe Caleb Love's gonna be the
one.
Like
people are starting to say they're gonna get rid of Scoot Henderson just to keep Caleb.
Can we still count that? Like, if Caleb Love makes the All-Star team, can we say that that's the next Carolina guy that made it?
Nah,
Like,
because
kind of the way NC State fans claim
if
Russell
I
Wilson.
was him, I wouldn't. He didn't get Player of the Year.
He talks Arizona all day. All he talks is Arizona.
Yeah, and he got Big 12 Player of the Year. So I mean, Pac-10 Pac-12 Player of the Year. So I mean, it's
now he a Wildcat.
Yeah, he's at the
greatest shots. To him, he's a Wildcat. To me, he's a Tar Heel. They hit one of the biggest shots in Carolina history.
Yes, like he'll forever be.
But granted, he was still down there with Coach Rob. I mean, Yeah.
If you're following us right now, you can follow us on X. You can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on YouTube. Shout out to people coming in, dropping the live comments here. Someone's actually a question for you, PJ. Michael Wilson. I don't know what the last part is. PJ, have you ever considered coaching?
Yeah, I mean,
that's a good question.
I mean, I have, but I have to. I think for me, I have to be completely obligated to it because I'm still at the point where if I get back in shape, I know I can still go play.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be like working myself back into shape and I decide to coach and I commit myself to somebody's kids or like a basketball team that we develop this relationship. Boom, now I'm gone for a year.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like I don't want to do that with nobody. I don't want to feel guilty about doing something that I love. You get what I'm saying?
That's
so like I want to just kind of take my time to it.
Man, take your ass back to Dudley.
NC Rattler 919 says Kobe has a chance to develop into an all-star. Kobe White on the right team, I guess. Stuck in Chicago, probably not. We were talking about Kobe White and Charlotte.
If he wouldn't have got hurt, I feel like he had a chance.
Yeah. So maybe Caleb Wilson will be the one. That's probably the next best bet.
We gotta wait. We gotta wait another 3 years before. That is insane. Well, I mean, you think about it, man. Theo, Justin, Cole Anthony, Caleb Love.
Anthony. Oh man,
like, we got so many guys that are legit. Cam Johnson that are in the league for real.
Cam Johnson's one of them dudes, like you were talking about, that's going to be in the league for 15 years. Like,
but just not all stars, man. Reggie Bullock was in the league for a minute.
See, and the problem is that it used to be the other way around because it used to be Carolina had all the pros and Duke had all those 3-year, 4-year guys, and then Duke started bringing in freshmen and they'd be there 8 months and disappear. Kyrie Irving started with him and everything else. So now Duke is the one known as the pro factory, and Carolina is known for the 3-4 year guys. But that's why I'm a Carolina fan. I mentioned that's why this era of college basketball is so strange to me because you can't really keep track of who's on your team. Like, in the offseason, you have no idea.
That's why if I get in an argument with Duke fans, I just tell them, all right, if you're such a fan, name your starting five.
Yeah. Who's the sixth man coming off the bench for you?
Because if you're really that much of a fan, you can name your starting five.
You would think. You would think.
Yeah, Duke could name their starting five for like the past 5 seasons.
Hell, it was in the 90s. I could name the starting five for Duke. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you knew who was there. Like this guy's a junior. This guy's here. Leitner's been here for 20 years. Like you knew who they were. Now it's like I don't even know all the dudes at Duke. I've only watched a couple of the Duke games so far this season. So I got to.
I only know Slim. That's the only one I know.
And Boozer.
I was about to say, Boozer.
And that they got that.
I know Slim. That's the only one I know.
They got that center.
I know them Boozer boys. I saw them at Peach Jam a couple of years ago. The Boozer boys are legit.
Liz asked, "Do y'all?" And we're giving Liz special preference going forward because she'd be asking the great questions. Do y'all think we will get the 5-star recruit?
With the Mingo, is his name Dylan Mingo or something like that? Dylan, it's like Mingo.
Liz, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't really pay attention to high schoolers.
I mean,
like I just don't. Like I like unless I just happen to see him in cross. I'm not even familiar who we're recruiting right now from that 5-star space.
This is 5. He's like the number 2 player in the country or something like that. I think Hubert's after him. He's got a pretty good track record bringing guys in. So I mean, why not?
This is gonna sound crazy, but I didn't know who Caleb was until like after he signed, and I had to go look. I was like. I don't keep up with high school scouting no more. Like
I knew AJ DeBonsta because I saw him as a sophomore in high school at the CP3 Rising Stars, where he was in the dunk contest. And I do the CP3 Rising Stars every year, and I always do the PA for the dunk contest. And this kid did AJ did a dunk, and it was an ode to PJ. Help me out. Who was the kid that was supposed to go to Kentucky, and he passed?
Terrence Williams.
He put on a Terrence Williams jersey and did a dunk for him and he was in the 10th grade then. I remember asking my son who. He was like, Dad, his name's AJ DeBunster. He's the real deal. And now here we are 3 years later.
His name didn't come up on my radar until we got outbid for him. Like I knew we were trying to recruit him.
I swear I knew who he was, but then like when they was like, it's either he's gonna recruit, he's gonna commit to Carolina, we give him this. I'm like, who is this dude?
Yeah.
I went and watched the game of him and Darren Peterson playing against each other in high school, that senior year game where he was in Utah Prep or something. I said, oh. I
said, who he is.
Listen, I broke the bank for him. I don't care what.
I think Peterson came in as the #1 rated player in that class. I think that's what they said last night. I thought it was AJ, but this is a loaded class. Like this is a loaded freshman class. Everybody's got a freshman. So
I would have broke the bank.
But listen, but wait.
Look, bro.
We played them. Did we play them? Didn't Caleb outplay him?
Yeah, it was exhibition.
But think about it. We could have him and Caleb.
They don't play the same position?
No, he play. AJ DeBonce is like he's a ball manager. He can get the ball and score. He can get the ball and run the offense. He can get the ball and three. He's had a couple.
He can't run the one.
He's had a couple triple doubles this year. He can. The weakest point of his game, every scout is saying, is his 3-point shot. Everything else he can do.
That's what they're saying about Caleb too.
If you put him and Caleb, like if we really had him and Caleb, and then you got to think Henry Vassar's there.
Would all of them be there though?
No,
I don't think
all of them.
Yeah,
you can do whatever you want with that money talk.
That's facts.
We need to renovate the Dean Dome.
Perfect segue. Because that was the thing I wanted to hit while it was hot this week before we got out of here. The conversation we talked about before, they're trying to figure out what to do to renovate stuff over in Chapel Hill, and the Dean Dome is coming to this conversation. Would you rather renovate it or would you rather rebuild it? And would you believe I've never been in the Smith Center to watch a live Carolina basketball game before?
Really?
I've been there before, but I've never been there to watch a basketball. I'm trying to change that sometime soon. In 5th grade, we took a field trip to Chapel Hill. I don't know. I've watched them in Greensboro. I've watched them in the Coliseum a bunch of times, but I've never watched them.
I've never been to the Dome.
I don't know. Something, even when I've had the ability to go, something's always been, I've always had something else I had to do, or I would rather just watch it at home. Me and my dad were going to go like a couple of years ago, and was that the game where it was like snowing or something?
I was so excited about that. That was against Duke.
I think it was, yeah, because I bought them tickets for Christmas.
And they act like they couldn't drive 9 minutes up the road.
Meanwhile, I was going to drive 9 hours from Greensboro. I'm talking about 2 miles per hour. I had tickets to that game and everything, but I was going to be, and they was going to let nothing but students in that hole.
Yeah.
All 21,000 students at a Duke Carolina game. Oh my God.
But we didn't go. So I'm like, I'm trying to remember it from like 5th grade, and it's just a cavernous, huge, like, for a college team, it's just this massive, 20,000 seat arena or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've also heard from people that have been there that the bathrooms are too small or the corridors are smaller because it was built in like 1886 or whatever. Both of y'all clearly have been there. Would you renovate it? Would you strip it down to the studs and just renovate the thing and have them play at Carmichael for a year? Or would you rebuild the Smith Center at Carolina North, which is not technically on campus? Because I feel like it has to be on campus. Like,
you go ahead, Daht.
Well, with the way Roy Williams then jumped out there and did his PSA talking about Dean Smith, told him that it's his personal obligation in his death to keep the Dean Dome alive. Like, anybody coming out against anything other than renovating, you are not a Carolina fan at this point. Like, you cannot be a Carolina fan.
So you do right by me?
It's like, like, they brought out all the heavy guns. Hey, Tyler, say something. Yes, we should definitely renovate. Hey, Dean Smith. Hey, Roy. Yes, Dean Smith told me himself to keep the Dean Dome alive. It's like, what? Man.
Now you like the villain if you're like, I want to tear it down. Now you
cannot say that. You got Bryce Johnson online talking about you ain't a real fan if you want him to move. Like, yo, cut the cap. Michael Jordan never played in the Dean Dome, guys. Okay?
That's
Michael
true.
Jordan didn't dribble one time in the freaking Dean Dome. Okay? So, like, let's be clear. Like, the Dean Dome isn't as old as it's not Rupp. It's not Allen. It's not. It's historic, it's traditional, yes, but it's not those venues. So it can be moved. However, I love the idea of coming out of the Dean Dome and being right on campus. I love the idea of that. I love the idea of owning the Dean Dome on Carolina campus. If it goes to Carolina North, it's not going to be owned in the same capacity. They're going to build a bunch of crap around it, sort of like they do to Joel in Winston-Salem. If you've ever been to Wake Forest games, Wake Forest would much rather have their gym on campus. So when they come out and throw the toilet paper and everything, it's right there, but they don't have that opportunity.
That's a great example with the Joel, and because it's not even far away from what you can walk there from Wake's campus, but it's not on campus. And now they're trying to make it where they buy everything in between the Joel and Wake, so it looks like it is on campus. They cleared all that stuff out. It used to be like restaurants and stuff over there to be a tailgate section or whatever, because it's right there by the football stadium too. So they're trying to. It didn't start off on campus, but they're trying to buy everything to make it all
look like it's still on campus.
Now, for me, I'm like, I think it has to be on campus, and I'm more like renovated. You can't. I do put it in the category of Rupp. Eve's is old. I put it in the categories Rupp, Fog Island Fieldhouse, Pauley Pavilion, UCLA, Cameron.
It's not as old as any of those, though.
It's not as old as any of them.
Carmichael is old as those.
Yeah, Carmichael not old as some of those, but I think it would be cool for them to rip down the interior, rebuild it from the studs, let them play in Carmichael for a year.
That would be amazing.
And then let them come back into the new renovated Smith Center where they can build, suites and all that stuff. Move those old folks upstairs, put the students down in the lower bowl. And I don't understand the whole idea of building something new when everybody knows what the Dean Dome is. You can't call another place the Dean Dome that's not the Dean Dome. You can't just slap it.
Because did they have another name they were going to call it if it's moved? Because it's not going to be the Dean Dome.
It can't be the Dean Smith Center. It has to be some other thing. What would it be called? So that's
minuscule though. That's a small problem. The biggest issue for me is the people that have those seats forever. What do you do with them? Because if I am of a family that has 2 tickets right there courtside for the rest of my life, because this is a deal that my papa did back in '86, I don't know that you can give me a suite seat and that be the equivalent of me sitting courtside. You dig what I'm saying? And that to me is the bigger problem. You promised these people they would have forever seats in this spot if they paid this $150,000, $200,000, whatever they paid in '86.
A&T's got something like that with football, where their alumni base is very loyal. You know how it is over at A&T. They're loyal to a fault, but they're all older generation, and they all have their own seats or whatever inside Truist Stadium for football. So you keep that element there by doing that. But to Daht's point, it shouldn't be infinite, forever. There should be some kind of cap on it, right? Some kind of limit or whatnot for the price.
But they didn't, because they were so thirsty because they needed the money to build the damn Dean Dome.
Yeah.
And again, if my family helped you, I'm in a bind, Nate. We was Nate. We gave you the money to build this Dean Dome. Now you about to tell me you about to put my seat somewhere else? The devil is a lie. No, you're not. And the only way to avoid that confusion is to move it. Personally, I think renovating is the better option. Just like you said, Des, have that lower bowl for the students, and then you have, like PJ was saying earlier, have the suites and stuff for the older fans and the more vintage Tar Heel fans.
It's got the space.
Bro, you bringing that energy down there, whatever you got to do for the bathrooms. I don't even know what the damn bathrooms look like. Who pees at a game? You got to watch the damn game. Pee before and
I've
after.
heard the stalls are too small or something. I've heard that a bunch with them. And what does the Dean Dome seat, 22,000?
Yeah, 21.5, I think.
You put suites in there and it gets down to 17.5. Fine. That's fine.
Right.
That's totally fine. So I mean,
now it's going to be more packed.
It'll be more packed, and you'll have the students down the court,
and it'll be louder because they'll be right by the court.
Now, Trevor Jackson 8359 says the nostalgia of the Dean Dome is like Madison Square Garden. You just need to come on campus and remodel the Dean Dome. That's what I'm talking about. All of my childhood memories of Carolina winning stuff at home, they're at the Dean Dome.
You've never even been.
I haven't been for a game. I haven't been.
You've never even freaking been.
I've been there in spirit. I've been there my heart was there, but I was.
Man,
really
I don't think that. Listen, man, I'm telling y'all. I just don't think that it is. I don't think it's Madison Square Garden. I don't. I think Carmichael is more Madison Square Garden than the Dean Dome, in my opinion.
The Dean Dome is the Madison Square
Carmichael is
Garden
more
of the South.
Rupp Arena than the Dean Dome, in my opinion. Carmichael is more Allen Fieldhouse than the Dean Dome, in my opinion. The way the Dean Dome has become this traditional space after Carmichael is the same way Carolina North will become that traditional space once you get wins in it.
Isn't Carmichael on campus though too?
Yes.
See, but that's the problem.
It's on the other.
Campus.
It's on the other side of campus too.
See, if I don't mind if they rebuild, if they keep it on campus, like it has to be on campus.
I agree. I think it should definitely stay on campus, 100%.
But I don't want them to rebuild. That's
nothing like coming out of the stadium and being on campus and seeing like the dorms and the students and just all of that energy, and you lose that when you take it off of campus. And I know that for a fact because I went to Winston-Salem State, so like I'm very familiar with Lawrence Joel and University and just how that area looks during game day and things of that nature. Like it loses a bit of its panache when it's not on campus.
When you can't just like hop out, walk down to Franklin Street or whatever. Like
it just doesn't feel like it's yours, Des. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't feel like it's your gym. It feels like it's a community because they'll do other stuff there too. Like they'll have weddings and concerts and all kinds of stuff there.
Right. Then you also have to think the housing for the basketball team is literally 30 steps across the street from the Dean Dome.
See?
So that would be a lot too, because now if that's the case, now after practice you got to walk across campus or you got to catch a bus across campus.
Nah.
You got to what I'm saying? You got to renovate. When we walk out, when we was walking out the Dean Dome, we walk out the back of the Dean Dome, we sign autographs, walk all the way up the sidewalk, hit the street, and we're at the dorm.
Yep.
It was like we didn't. It wasn't much. I mean, you may have had some people that might be following you to the dorm, but you can't get in the dorm. We got the key fobs. You know what I'm saying?
Then what do you do to the Dean Dome if you move it? Like, do you just tear it down and put dorms there, or
parking lot?
Oh, that's horrible.
Stores, like
turning the Dean Dome into a parking lot. Dean Smith will definitely roll over in his grave.
Until you do right by me, we got the Dean Smith curse.
What do you put there?
Like,
another Dean Dome. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't. The idea of building something else besides the Dean Dome to me is crazy. Like,
and it's by the Hall of Fame right there, the museum right there.
That's what I said last time. I'm like, it's next door to the basketball museum.
And they talked about that last night on the broadcast, how the Hall of Fame Museum, they were like, if they rebuild this or redo it, they got to figure out what to do with the Hall of Fame thing because it's beautiful. Like they can't just leave it out here or whatever.
Have you been there, Des?
I don't remember. Probably not.
I'm sick of you. Hey, Bleav in Hills got to take a field trip.
Y'all help me. Yeah, y'all help me out here because
we need to make like a blog or something.
My first time.
I'm about to say in the episode name is gonna be showing Des.
This man been a fan for 40 years.
Never been to a Carolina game at the Dean Dome. I've seen them all over the place. I've watched them in Greensboro like 10 times, but I've never gotten a chance to go and watch them at Chapel Hill. So hopefully I can correct that. Let's end it right here because Virginia is Saturday at 2. I'm actually concerned about the weather because I think the weather is coming in after this, like it's Saturday night into Sunday. It looks like we're having an ice storm instead of a snowstorm, which sucks. So make sure y'all got your snacks, your stuff. The power goes out.
On that game too, man, because I actually saw some reports where they were trying to move the game up to noon.
Really? Yeah, everything's getting moved out the way.
Snow. Because that's supposed to start like Saturday afternoon.
I was going to ask you, Daht. Like, is it still on for Aura for the watch party?
I'm waiting on the manager over there. I got my prizes for my raffles to give away. I had an event in Charleston, South Carolina that got rescheduled, so I was nervous. I thought I was going to get to the watch party late, but I'll actually be there on time. I got my DJ locked in. I got my giveaways, my raffle tickets, like every media timeout. We do raffles and give away Carolina prizes and things like that. So we're ready. If the weather can hold off, I'm going to be at Aura at 1 o'clock. Game tips off at 2 o'clock on Saturday, and we'll be wrapping up around 6 o'clock. So, again, if you're in the Charlotte area and the snow isn't too bad, please pull up on us. And if you need a ride, PJ's coming from Greensboro, so y'all can ride with him.
I think they're not even calling for snow anymore in Charlotte. I think they're calling mainly for like rain, like freezing rain down there. So
that's all we ever get, man. Greensboro gonna have 15 inches And all we're gonna get is rain down here in Charlotte. Why?
I think we're getting like that weird glaze mix
sticking,
where we'll get like 4 inches of snow and then we'll get some sleet on top of it, which makes it all crusty, and then we'll get snow again, and like you can't play in it, you can't do it, you can't drive in it. So I'm gonna hit the store.
School will be canceled.
Yeah, Charles, my boy Charles Brody said if weather permits, he will be in the building.
Not Charles Brody. And Chris Bob Gun Miner says got to make that happen for Des. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We got to
figure out a game. Like now, the only games we got left is Duke, and we ain't gonna be able to make that one, Des.
Nah, my pockets can't get that one. Yeah, I don't got an extra $3,000 lying around.
Yeah, yo, ain't got that.
We got ticket. Watch Duke right now. So
hey,
here's what it is. I'll just watch it from my couch. So,
get on the phone with Hoops, PJ, and get us some tickets, man.
Yeah, man, let's make that happen.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's do it.
We're gonna end it right there. I think I didn't even look at the schedule after Virginia, to be honest. So like
Georgia Tech next Saturday.
Oh, so we're off for the whole week.
I don't know if we got a game in between that, but I know that because we're doing another watch party.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
Virginia, tripping. Virginia this Saturday, next Saturday versus Stoudemire and Georgia Tech now. And then the 2 Duke games. Those are the 4 watch parties.
Actually, we're off all next week. So, yeah, after Virginia, they don't play again until next Saturday. You're right, at Georgia Tech. And then it's Syracuse on February 2nd, and then hosting Duke on February 7th. So we'll probably be back midweek next week then. I'm sure something will pop up between now and then that we'll be able to discuss, and we'll get ready for Georgia Tech as we get closer and closer to this game that always delivers, Duke Carolina.
We're going to be recapping that Virginia game. We'll be back, Wednesday or Thursday next week, but we're going to be recapping that Virginia game and previewing that Georgia Tech game.
Because we'll probably be snowed in, so I won't be able to go anywhere. So we'll make it happen then. So make sure you go rate and subscribe. Go check out Bleav Podcast Network so you can hear the audio version of this with Bleav. The video version, you can see it on Tobacco Road Sports Radio's YouTube channel or Facebook or on Twitter. And for information on the watch parties, make sure you follow Daht on IG and X. He'll give you the lowdown as the weather and stuff starts coming in, if they got to change the times, move stuff around or whatever. We are still tentatively planning doing a live show at Aura for the second UNC Duke game, because this weather moves some stuff around on my schedule, and it's going to make it where I can't go to the first Duke game because things got moved around. But
do we play the first one at home or is that away?
At home. So we'll be in Cameron for senior. Yeah. So, which is always fun.
Oh, the memories of going in there on their senior night.
I love it. I love going in there and just destroying them on senior night and just being like, it always delivers.
You know, this like the best. I swear, and it's probably gonna eat some Duke fans up, and I don't even care. But the best picture I got from my freshman year beating the mess out of them on their senior night.
Who was their senior night? Who was their senior?
I don't. The Plumleys.
The Plumleys.
To see the tears coming from their eyes that they had let Coach K down from losing.
I wish you would have bottled it up. I wish you'd have bottled it up and sold it.
Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh!
Plumley tears.
Hey, I'll never forget going to Durham. My girl Kiera Luck had a watch party for Carolina Duke, the Zion game at Duke. When he blows out his shoe in the first 13 seconds.
And everybody tried to blame Nike.
Barack Obama was in the house. Barack Obama was out there. He's like, blow out a shoe.
When I tell you that was like that was a night where I wish we could have balled up Duke tears and sold them junks as well. That was a great game.
See, we can do this, y'all. We can do this. Like, we got to stop acting like we ain't Carolina. Like, for real. Like, we can do this.
They got to give us something to damn get behind, though, man.
We just expect more. It's not that
I know. But that's on us.
Expect more.
I'm not asking us to temper our expectations. We need to just let it play out. Let's let it play out.
We ain't gonna be NC State tempering expectations.
We should.
Because NC State looking like they on a little redemption tour right now.
Yeah, they're trying.
And granted, don't get me wrong. They're still 3 games away from this not even being a rival. So
that part.
And on that note, it's Bleav in Hill Scoops brought to you by FanDuel. We'll see you guys middle of next week.
As my 13-year-old daughter says, clock their tea.
We believe the truth. This is Tar Heel Nation, Carolina through and through. Hoops, yeah, we talk that blue. We believe in Hills hoops. How about you? DJ with that jumper, still the truth. Daht, he the 6-man coming through. Desmond been the voice and that's the root. We believe in Hills Hoops.